didn't have any friends. All that changed the day I was collecting wood for the fire. A few girls ran past me, giggling and laughing. I watched them until they were almost out of sight and wondered where they were going. I suddenly had a desperate longing to go with them. "Where are you off to?" I shouted after them. They kept running. "Where are you going?" I shouted again. The tallest girl stopped and turned around. "What's it to you?" she shouted back at me. I could feel my face going red. "I just wondered is all. We're on a secret mission." "What is it?" "Well, it wouldn't be secret if we told you, would it?" "I suppose not," I mumbled. "Well, if you must know," said Finola Dunn, who lived 2 doors down from me in Cross Lane, "we're going to get apples from Mulligan's." "I didn't know Mulligan's sold apples." "He doesn't," she said, grinning, "but he has a fine orchard full of them, and we thought we'd relieve him of a few. I suppose you can come with us if you want to." I knew Mammy wouldn't want me to steal apples, but oh, I wanted to join them. I decided I would go with them, but I wouldn't pinch any apples. "Oh, I do," I said. "Well, you'll have to be as quiet as a mouse," she said, "or you'll have us up before the judge, miserable old sod." "I won't open my mouth." "Then you're welcome. Mind to keep up." I dropped the sticks and started after them. It felt so good to be running through the woods with the girls. I felt a part of something, and it felt great, as if I was about to go on some big adventure. We continued deeper and deeper into the woods, where the trees were so close together that it was getting hard to see in front of us. I tripped over twice, but scrambled to my feet for fear of losing them. We finally emerged into bright sunshine and started running alongside the Blackwater River. We stopped at the high stone wall that surrounded Mr. Mulligan's grand house. He lived alone, for he had neither kith nor kin to call his own. You could feel sorry for him, but Finola was right, he was fierce miserable. If he got caught, he would surely slay the backs of us. Oh, but it would be worth it to be in the company of girls my own age. The tall girl put her finger to her lips, and we all fell silent. "Not a word," she said softly. "Tuck your dress into your knickers," whispered Finola, looking at me. I did as she said, and watched as one by one they scaled the wall. I wasn't sure that I would be able to do it, and hung back. I was beginning to think that this wasn't such a great idea after all, especially as I had no mind to be stealing apples. "Don't worry, I'll give you a leg up," said one of the girls. She had 2 red plaits that bounced off her shoulders and a cheeky grin. I liked her at once. "Thanks," I said, smiling. She cupped her hands, and I put my foot in them. I was over the wall in a minute and landed in a heap on the other side. I wanted to cry out, but remembered that I had to be as quiet as a mouse, so I rubbed my leg and stayed silent. A basket came flying over the wall, followed by the girl. We all stood together in a huddle, not moving, just listening, like animals stalking their prey. The only sound was the wind blowing through the trees and the beating of my own heart, pounding in my ears. "Remember," whispered Finola again, "not a word." The garden was huge, stretching right down to the river. We skirted the house and crept into the orchard. In front of us were row upon row of trees, heavy with fruit. I wondered why old Mulligan needed all these apples if he wasn't going to sell them. Wasn't it a sin to let God's own bounty rot on the ground when it could be enjoyed? "What does take the fallers?" whispered the girl who had hoisted me over the wall. "What do we put them in?" "You can share my basket, then we could split them up afterwards." "I don't want the apples," I said. "Then what in all that's holy are you doing here?" I shrugged my shoulders. I couldn't bring myself to tell her that it was the company I wanted, not the apples. "Shush!" demanded the tall girl. We worked silently, spreading out across the orchard, picking up as many of the fallers as we could. I could hear some giggling and Finola telling someone to shut up. "Leave the rotten ones," whispered the girl. My leg was throbbing from the fall, but I set to and started filling the basket. Every now and again the red-haired girl smiled at me. All of a sudden I heard someone yelling. It was old man Mulligan tearing down the garden towards us. He was shaking his fist and shouting, "You little barbarians, I'll have you before the judge." The girls scattered in all directions. I watched as Finola heaved herself back over the wall, but I couldn't move. It was as if I was frozen to the spot. Then I felt someone grab my shoulders and pull me into the bushes. "Not a sound," she said. I looked at her gratefully. It was the girl with the red plaits. We squatted down. I was terrified. Mammy would be disappointed in me, and the priest was sure to read my name out at Mass on Sunday. I would bring shame on my mammy and the good name of my ancestors who had gone before me. I looked at the girl beside me. Her shoulders were shaking.